Hi there, and thanks for joining us. Have you ever wondered where to go for resources and recognition as an auditor? Well, we have the answers for you today, as we're lucky enough to be joined by an expert on the matter, Andrew Baines, the President and CEO of Exemplar Global. Andrew joined Exemplar Global as CEO in September 2016. Prior to this, Andrew served on the board of directors for 7 years, so he's had a long association with Exemplar Global. Prior to this, Andrew was the managing director of the American Society for Quality's global operations, where he managed ASQ's operations outside of the US, including offices in India, China, the Middle East, and Mexico. Andrew knows what it's like out there for us as auditors, as he has over 35 years of work experience, spanning the food industry, auditing, and conformity assessment, as well as international business development. Andrew has also served on advisory and standard-setting groups with government agencies, so he can see and understand both sides of the business. Thanks for joining us, Andrew.
Yes, certainly. Well, Exemplar Global's been around for over 30 years now, almost as long as I've been doing this game. Originally, we were RAB, which was the Registrar Accreditation Board, and QSA, which was the Quality Society of Australasia. And those two organisations merged together to become RAB QSA. And that's actually a name that we're still known by in many places, a name that some were very fond of. But in 2012, we changed the name to become Exemplar Global. Also in 2012, we acquired an organisation called INARTE, N-A-R-T-E, which is a specialist association for radio and telecommunication engineers. But fundamentally, as an organisation, we're a not-for-profit organisation. We're incorporated in Wisconsin in the USA, and we have offices in Sydney, Australia, in Milwaukee, in the US, and in Dubai, with that office serving India, the Middle East, and Africa. We also have and have had a strong presence in Korea over the years, but we serve globally. Both RAB and QSA were originally established to certify auditors and people who train auditors. At the time, this was in the early days of the emergence of management system certification in a lot of ways, and there was a separation out of certifying auditors. It was almost mandatory in some cases, no longer is, of course. And at the time, there was felt a need to separate that out from accreditation bodies and from certification bodies who were considered, obviously, to have a vested interest. So that was the reason we were established. And what we did and continue to do was basically two things. We certified auditors and we certified people who train auditors, people like yourselves, Jackie. Yeah. And at that time, 30 years ago, it was primarily quality management systems, what became ISO 9001 auditors, really. But over the years, it's extended considerably to numerous other management system standards and indeed industry schemes. So we do quite a diverse range of things now.
That's awesome. Okay, and where does the ASQ relationship fit in currently?
Oh, great question. Yeah. As a not-for-profit organisation, and in fact we have charitable status in Australia too, we are structured such that we have just one member organisation, and that one member is the American Society for Quality. So they, if you like, are our parent, our own. It's not strictly the right sort of terminology, but that'll give you the right impression. So we don't provide any dividends back to them. We don't. We're quite independent from them. We don't, as a not-for-profit, pay taxes and so on. And we have a very clear, defined mission, which is broadly threefold: to certify people, to certify organisations that train people, and to encourage and promote continual professional development.